Hi Tommy, this is Tommy Thompson and we're here on the Tread Avon River in Easton, Maryland. Tommy is a crabber, a waterman born in Talbot County. How you doing, Tommy?
Fine.
Tell us what you're doing right here.
Right now I am stuffing these bags with razor clams.
With razor clams?
Yep, see, we have them down
Yep.
there. I'll make these bags. They come in this material comes in a big long roll like a sock. Goes on, and I just cut off sections and staple it. Make little bags out of it.
And what do you use these bags for?
To put your clams in. The bag, I made these bags.
Are these for trout lines?
Yep, they for go on a trot line.
Trot.
Trot.
T-R-O-T.
You have no trouts. No fish.
We don't have any trout.
We have trout
trots
around here, but their trout don't get on this crab line.
Oh, okay. Well, Tommy, you've already gone out crabbing once today, and you're going to go out a second time?
No.
No?
That is not the way it goes.
No? How's it go?
I've been up since around 3 this morning. When I get this line baited, I'm pretty much running out of gas.
Well, how are you going to keep these clams moist?
Well, they were live caught just yesterday, and we're in the walk-in, so they'll be fine underneath this canopy in the shade.
Underneath the canopy of your boat?
Yeah, they last a lot longer when the weather's cooler. You can probably get 4 or 5 days out of them if they don't get eat up by the crabs.
Oh.
But in the hotter the weather, the shorter their life expectancy is sitting on this boat.
And where do these clams come from?
They come from right here in the bay. People dig clams. They dig these with a clam rig. The same kind of rig that's used to dig manos, white clams that people eat.
Manos?
Yeah, mano.
Are the
soft shell clam.
soft shell.
Ones with the snouts.
And what are these clams?
These are called razor clams.
And these are hard clams?
Well, you can break them if. Well, I don't want to break it because it's going to cut me. Because that's why they call them razor clams. They're very sharp on the edges.
Oh, I see.
They will cut you.
Oh.
If
So
you don't act right with
do
them.
the crabs have a hard time getting the clams out of the shells?
Nope. I don't know if they have a hard time getting them out of there or not, but it doesn't matter to me. The main thing is they really want them bad. Now, whether they're getting them or not, I don't know, and I don't care. I just know they want them so bad they hang on to this bag, and they don't let go till I scoop them up.
Oh.
Most of the time.
So how many crabs would be attracted to one bag?
Oh, most of the time only one. Just because they're so territorial, I think they don't really like rubbing shoulders with another hard crab.
Oh.
But I have caught two on a bait a lot of times when there's a lot of crabs there.
And then you've got to look at the crab and make sure that it's the right size before you can scoop it up?
No.
No?
No, I dip them all first, unless it's very obvious that he's real little. But dip them into that tub, and then when I get down the end of the line, I go through them, measure them. If they're too little, they get thrown back overboard.
And you're going out on the boat by yourself and having to do all this work yourself?
Yep.
So if you're waking up at 3 o'clock in the morning, how soon do you get out on your boat?
Before 4 o'clock. I don't even live here in Easton. I live close.
So you get out on your boat at 4 o'clock, and then how far out from the port here do you have to go before you start crabbing?
Not too far. I've been a lot further. Right now, about maybe a couple miles is all.
Well, miles in water though is
No, it's all the same. A mile's a mile. A knot is more than a mile by an eighth, but
oh.
for all general purposes,
And you're going out rain or shine?
most of the time, don't care.
I see.
In the wintertime, when it's very cold out, I really care nowadays because I just don't feel like it. Years ago, I didn't care at all whether it was cold or not. Okay.
Let's talk about the crab season because it started the 1st of April and we're now close to the end of May. Do you think that with the news that the subaquatic vegetation, the subaquatic SAVs, not SUVs, the SAVs, because they have increased the amount of SAVs in the Chesapeake Bay, that you think the crabbing is going to be better? this summer?
Now, because the amount of seaweed, or whatever you're talking about, underwater vegetation,
Right.
is about less than 10% as it was when I was a kid.
Oh.
When I was a kid, everywhere that I ever went to try to work, when you get up on the flats, which is shallow water, you couldn't crab because the seaweed was too thick. You rarely see a place like that nowadays.
Oh.
It's all gone.
Oh.
They like to sugarcoat all this, but believe me, there is hardly no seaweed nowadays. None.
I see.
It might be recovering a teeny bit, but it's all beside the point.
Do you think that it's gotten warmer than it was before?
That's another thing that's very debatable. Last winter, when it was 0 degrees, several mornings when I got up, I was hoping for some global warming. No. Again, scientists can prove things different because it appears that just a degree or two warmer is making ice caps melt. I keep informed on this stuff. But that little bit, as far as interfering with me, I don't think it's that important. It might be important about ice caps, but I don't think I notice it that much now.
And Tommy, the last question I'm going to ask you is, do you have children, and are you teaching your children to be watermen?
Yes, I have got 2 daughters, and my present wife has got 3. But no, this is it's very, very obvious. This way of life is going out the window. On account of mainly regulations, they are regulating us right square to death. With closed areas for oystering that the state has just voluntarily taken. Productive oyster bottom that we cannot work anymore, ever. And, you know, it's just too many bad things going on politically and environmentally. And no, my kids are daughters anyway, but it's beside the point. I wouldn't advise any youngster. It takes a lot of effort nowadays, a lot. Not like it used to be. And there are not very many youngsters working on the water. Like when I was young, a lot of the guys I went to school with either were or going to work on the water. Not many nowadays. Can't much blame them.
Well,
There's a lot of money to be had.
I have to expect that at some point, I don't know if it's a cartoon or some robot, but somebody's got to come out here and get the crabs because people want to eat them, right?
Well, there's so many political things fighting against us. It almost appears to me that the state of Maryland and the people of Maryland, yes, want seafood, but they don't want it caught in their backyard or in their bay. They just want it to come from somewhere else. That's what it appears to me. It's pretty evident. I think. Unless I'm crazier than I think I am, but I think I'm a halfway sane anyway.
Well, Tommy, thank you for sharing your thoughts with us.
Oh, we could go on forever, ever, you know. You'd have to get your sleeping bag out.
Okay, all right. I'll catch you.
Yeah, you're gonna let this go, ain't you?
Yep.
If you're wise gal.
Thank you so much.